Welcome back to Raki's IVL Lab, the Techno Hub channel for placement training. So this is the last session for admin course. In this session, we're going to discuss about service and support applications. So in the service and support application, we're going to discuss about how to create a case, how to create an assignment rule, how to create an escalation rule, and how to create an auto response rule, and web form services like the web to cases web to web to lead, we are going to discuss about web to cases, right? So we are going to discuss about all these things, right? So now let me get into service cloud. We should know what is all about the service cloud into, right? So the service cloud is easy to use customer service application that can help you to provide and track excellent service. In order to provide the excellent service to the customers and to provide and to track the service, right? We go for a service cloud, right? So it is a tool for tracking the service information and to provide a better service to the customers. So we are going to maintain an app in service cloud. It keeps your customer happy and your support team saying when your customer reaches out to you by email or phone, social media, or through some other channels, right? So like from desktop or mobile devices and with other apps. So the customer will try to reach the call center through some of the services, like they might use email, phone, social medias, right, desktop, mobile devices, and some other app. Right, even using Android apps and iOS apps, like they try to connect to the call center. Right? How to launch the case now? Now, in case we have to create a new case, we have to create a new case. Go to App Launcher, select the Service Cloud. Select the service console. Now here we have to move to the service console. Till now, right, earlier section, we were discussing about the sales console. We were discussing everything about the sales console. Whereas coming to service console, also whatever is there in sales console will be available in the sales service console too. Right? Now we are going to move to the service console. We are going to launch the service console here. So in order to launch the service console, again go to the setup, go to the gear icon, go to the you go to the app, you go to the production environment. On the production environment, you have to click on the gear icon, and on the gear icon you have to click on the service console. You have to click on the service control, so that right, go to App Launcher, select the service console, and click on the add icon, and then you want to create the new cases, right? So this is how we are going to create the new cases here. Now see here. Now we'll see how to create a case. Right? Search for John Amos as an existing contact. If you don't see him, select new contact to add John Amos and then click save. And this is the scenario. This is the scenario. We are going to search for the John Amos as an existing contact. If you don't find out, we are going to create a new contact, right? And we're going to add John Amos as and then click save. In the status, right, we're going to in status leave the value as new because it's a brand new case, because we have to leave it as it is. It is a brand new case. In subject, we're going to type missing solar panel. In description, we're going to type solar panel for next week installation never arrived and click on save button. Right. This is the description we are going to enter. Right. In the status, I'm going to leave as it is. Right. And then I'm going to say I'm going to have a brand new cases. Subject, I'm going to say missing solar panel, and description I'm going to say next week the solar panel would be installed, right? And giving all this information, I'm going to click on save, right? So this is how I go to the cases now, right? I'm going to enter John Amos. What is that? I'm going to select status. I'm going to select new, right? And subject, I'm going to say missing solar panel. Description, I'm going to say will be installed by the next week, right? Solar panels for the next week installation never arrived. So whichever is supposed to be installed by next week, still it is not arrived. Right? This is what I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to click on save button. Right? So that now to update the cases or see when has commented on it. So click the cases tab and then select the cases, and then you can go and update it. Right? In case you want to update. You can also add your own comments, right? So to the cases feed, select the post type and what you want to say, then click the share here. So here there will be the chatter feed there. You can go and post your feed here. In the feed, you can type your information. Then you can share the information also here too, which will be visible to the other customer, right? So this is all about creating a case. This is all about creating a case, right? Again, now see here, Now what I will do, I have to create a case for this product. I have to launch the service console. First go to app launcher and select the service console, then click on add icon, right, and then click on the new cases. Right, after you do this, then you're going to give all this information, search for John Thomas. If it is available, you're going to select it, and then status you're going to say new, and then subject you're going to say missing solar panel. Description you're going to give the solar panel which is to be installed is never arrived. This is what the information you're going to give. Once you enter, then click on save button. After saving this, then in case you want to update, go to cases, click on to John Thomas, and then you can save it. You can update it. You can select the cases, and then you can update it. Once it is updated, right, you can also add your comments, right, on the feed, right, on the case feed. You can add your post, you can select the post, type whatever you want to say, then click on share button. It will be shared to everyone, right. This is what we are going to do. Now we'll get into the demo. Now let me get into demo, right. Now let me get into the demo now. So for which what I'm going to do, I'll go to the production environment. So I will move to the production environment. I'll close everything here. Now I'll go to setup. Now I'll click on setup, right. I'll click on setup again and close this. But now see, it has been again. I'll select the username and then password. I'm going to give the password. Now let me freshly enter into my production environment. Now we are into sales console. Now we are into sales console. Now I have to move to the service console. Now see here, this is sales console. In order to move to the service console, either I can click on setup, and then I can go with service setup. I can go with service setup, right? Now I've moved to the service setup here. Now I have moved to the service setup. Now click on app launcher. Now click on app launcher. Here you have service console here. You can directly click on service console, right? So it will take you to the service console here. On the service console, you can see the cases available here. You can see the cases available here, right? So you can see the cases available, right? So now what you do now, you're going to add the information here in the cases. You're going to add the information in the cases. Again, you're going to click on new button so that the window UI interface will be open here. Right, the information will be open here. You're going to enter all the details here, right? What kind of cases and all those stuff. This is one way, right? This is one way. Or else what I'll do? So, or else what I'll do? I'll close this window now, right? Again, I'll be back to my production environment, that is sales console. Now in this, I'm going to select the app launcher. I'll go to service console here. So I'll click on service console here, right? So it is taking me to my service console. Now click on cases. And I have to click on plus icon. Right, I have to click on plus icon. See here. So I have moved to cases. I have to click on cases. Now here you can see that plus icon will be there. Global action icon will be there. You click on this, and then now you click on new cases. So new cases window will be open. The new cases window will be open. Right. So new cases window will be open. Now you're going to give the contact name. Right. So what is the contact name? If you want to create a new contact, you can click on new contact and then create a new contact name here, right? So Mr. and so Safi. Right? And account, in case you want to search for the account, right? You can search for the account like Highway Lab, right? Title, department, birthday, report. So whichever is required, all those required fields you're going to enter and click on save. Right, and now the contact name has been selected. Now status I'm going to select new. Subject, right? What is subject? Missing panels, missing solar panel. Right, and description. So solar panel subject to installation is not subject to installation by next week is not received. Right, that is my description, and then I'm going to click on save button. So now my case has been created. Case number is 0001026. This is all about my case. Now I have created my cases. Now create my cases. Got it? I have created my cases. So again, I'll tell you how to get into the cases, how to create a cases. Again, I've been in the service control. I'll click on cases. On the top, we have what is it? Plus icon. There is global action icon. Click on this and click on new cases. Now we're going to search for Almost. Right? John Almost is there or not? Right now, if it is not there, you're going to create John Almost now. Right? So the name is going to be Mr. John Almost. Right? And then see here, we're going to enter the other details here. So now I'll cancel this. Now I'm going to click on cases. Right? Click on this. Actually, here I'm going to search for John Almost. John Almost is not there. I'm going to create a John Almost. Right? So now first name is going to be John, and second name is going to be Almost. Right? And whichever is the required field, you're going to select it and then save it. So John Almost will be created. Status, you're going to have new. Subject, right? I'm going to say installation, right? What is that? Solar panel installation. Right? So solar panel subject to be installed by next week, not arrived at. That is my description. I'm going to click on save. So now I created John Almost, right? Now I'll go to cases and search for these cases now. All cases, all open cases, all right. So all open cases now. You can see here, all the open cases will be available. In case you want to go to John Almost and you want to edit it, you can go and edit it here. You can go and edit the details. You go to detail page and you can go and edit all the details of the John Almost here, right? Or else you can click on here and then see you can edit the details here. Now suppose, so now on the John Almost page itself, we can see that chatter feed would be there. In case you can go to post and in case you want to update any, share some information saying that solar panel subject to installation by next week is not received yet, right? And then I'm going to click on share button. So likewise, I can able to share my field here, right? So the information will be shared to internal persons too, right? So this is all about creating a case, and then you can share your feed also. You can update your feeds and all this stuff. You can able to do here. Now we're going to discuss about setup service cloud. How to set up the service cloud. Service setup is where you connect your customers to your service center. Think of it as a dashboard for all the things service. For services, this is a dashboard, is like a dashboard. So where here the service setup is nothing but where all the customers would connect here. Whether you need to turn emails into cases, integrate with Twitter and Facebook, enable a knowledge base or create a web community, you do it all with the service setup. So service setup in the sense it will be linked with email, or it will be linked with Twitter, Facebook, or enable knowledge base, right? A web community, all these things can able to set up here, right? So likewise, you go to setup console and you can able to set up everything here. Now see here, email setup you can do, knowledge setup you can do, then by channel you can do, customize the case status, you can set up here, right? This is all about the setuping a service now. Now, how to get the setup service, right? In order to get up service, setup service, now getting to the lightning service setup here. So it is very simple. Just click on the gear icon from here and then select the service setup. As I've already told you, you will be taken to the service setup here, right? If you want to go beyond what is in the service setup and do things like changes that appearance of the console or add your company brand to it, that's simple too, but it requires a few more clicks. To dig deeper into your service app, you click the setup gear icon and select the service setup. enter the app manager in the quick find box and click the app manager. Right, like this you have to enter. Now to go to service setup and click on what is it, app manager, and type app manager whatsoever. Right, you select it, select the app manager, then click the arrow drop down straight, you will get a service console like this. Click on the arrow drop down and click next to the service console like service app, right, and click on edit button. Now here you have service control and you're going to set up here, right? You're going to edit the service control app here, right? From this you're going to select the app manager. From the app manager get the app manager. On the app manager what you do, you have a service control, right? You have a service control as an app here. So you have to go and edit here. After editing, now what all you're going to edit, you are now on the app service second page. Here you can do things like changing app color, uploading a brand image. You can also access other step users and at the left of the screen. From here you can do things such as add or remove your productivity tool, utility bar. When you finish, click on save, right? So whatever changes you want, it's same like creating an app, right? But here you're going to edit the app here. Only thing is after editing your app, then you're going to save it here, right? So now we'll get back to the demo now. Now see here, I'll click on gear icon. Under this, I'm going to select the service setup. So the moment I go to the service setup here, now see, you can able to see you have a knowledge setup here, connect your email, service cloud basic, customize your case status, add your users, right, and your status information, everything is here, right? Now under quick find box or under this, right, under the quick find box app manager, you type app manager here. See here, you got the app manager, click on app manager here. It will take you to the app manager page. Under this, you'll go to the service setup, service console, right? We have service console. On the service console for lightning, you can click on this menu and then go for edit. Now it will take you to the edit page here, and whatever color, for example, say for example, you want to give a color, you want to change the color, right? So for example, I like a dark color. I'll select the dark color now. Click on color. In case you want to upload any images, go to picture, right? You want to upload any images, say for example, select the image whichever you wanted, right? And then add your image, right? Once you add your image and app option, utility, like all these things, right? You can confirm, right? So then utility pages again, there also nothing is going to be there. Navigation items, right? Whatever items you want to navigate, that you can already by default is there. So now navigation rules, any rules you want that you can give it. User profile by default, see here, all the user profile has been selected here. By default, everything is done here, right? So everything is done, right? Now everything is done here, right? Now finally what you do, you're going to save it, right? Once you're done, you go back, and then you go back. So once it is saved, right, by giving color and everything, once you save it, right, then you go back here. So this is what you are going to set up your. This is how you're going to set up your, right. This is how you're going to set up your app manager app, right. Again, I'll go to the service console, go to edit here. Again, click on edit. So once you're done here, see again, I'm going to select the color. And then I'm going to select the picture. When the picture is added, finally I'm going to click on save. After saving, we'll go back here. Right. So now, in case you go to app manager, service console app manager, right? Again, you can click on this and service console, you click on here. So now it takes you to the service console page. This is the service console page. Got it? This is how we are going to set up your service cloud. This is how we are going to set up our service cloud. Got it? Now we are going to discuss about the case management tool. So case management tool means it is nothing but organizing the customer case into one place and making sure they go to the right person or the right answer by the right time. So like in the call center, what all the cases will be accumulated at one place, and from there it will be routed to the particular person, to the particular engineer, so that he will go to a particular time in a particular to the particular place and try to resolve it. Either he'll try to resolve it in person, or he will try to do it in the online, right, using the tools. So here we use a service cloud, does all that behind the scene with automation tool. Service is easier, faster, better with a little automation. So here using service cloud, in the service cloud we are going to have all the service tools. So using the service tools, we are going to do the lot of automation, right? It's going to be easier, faster, and better tool. We are going to use it, and we try to resolve the customer problems, right? So what are the tools that we are going to use? We are going to use queues. We are going to use assignment tool, escalation tool, auto response. Queues, assignment tool, escalation tool, and auto response tool. We are going to see one by one. Now, how to create a case queue. Now we'll see how to create a case queue. In order to create a case queue, right? Again, you go to service setup. Under service setup, right? You have a quick find box. And quick find box, you're going to select a queue, and then you're going to click on new, and you're going to give the name of the queue as Platinum Support. Right? If you want the support agent included in the queue to receive all the email, when new cases arrive, leave the queue email blank. Otherwise, type an email address to notify a person or person within the email address. When each new cases arise, add case to selected option. Suppose, right, we want to include, right, we want support agent include in the queue, right? In case any email has to be received, right? If you want to be right, when a new case arrive, you want to get informed. Such case you can leave it. If you don't have email, you can leave it. But otherwise, you want to be notified in person. That case, what do you leave a particular email ID so that email will arrive to in person, right? And then add cases to selected objects, right? Similarly, you're going to add members, including yourself, to the queue and click save. Now that the queue will be created, now let's check it out as we are support agent. We can get the there with a few clicks. Now click on case tab from the view list to the Platinum Support. So like this, right? You're going to click on queues. Now go to the service setup under quick find box, type queue, right? So that you can click on queue here and take your new queue here, and you're going to enter the label Platinum queue and the queue email support at team. So some username you're going to give it, right? And then you're going to say send email to a particular member. So now you're going to select whom you're going to send the email, right? You're going to select the details here, right? So that thing is set from available objects to which object you're going to select the case here. After you select this, right? Now what do you do? Now once you're done, you're going to save it. After saving, right? Again, you go to the cases, click on Platinum Support, and you can see that the queue will be empty at this time. Now only we have created the queue, right? That's it. We have not done anything. Now as of now, the queue is empty, right? So now as of now, the queue is empty. Now after this, we are going to add some more tools here. Got it? Now we'll get into the demo. Right, now we'll get into them. So again, now we are in the service console here, right? So, but we are not in the setup. We are not in the service setup. Now again, click on service setup. It will take you to the service setup here. Right, under quick find box, like under setup, we have quick find box. Under setup home, right? We have quick find box. There we are going to type queue. Now click on queues now. Now see here, by default there is one queue is available called Salesforce Developer. So which at time of sales setup, right, I have created a queue. That is what Salesforce Developer. Now I'm going to create a for service queue. I'm going to create a Platinum solution service or Platinum service or Platinum solution. I'm going to give the name. In case you have any queue email, right, you can give the queue email here and send the email to the member. And now we are going to select the cases. Now select the cases, add to the case here. right? And any users, if you want, you can select the user here. For example, add user and then click on save. Now click on save button. And now queue has been created. Now queue has been created. Now we have to go to the cases, right? Now click on cases. Now click on, do we have platinum? So it is not there. Now I click on open cases. Here I have something called platinum service. I'm going to click on platinum service. Now this is a platinum service, but as of now, we have not created any cases here. As of now, we have not created any cases. Got it? This is all about creating a queue. Right? What is a queue now? Now I have selected a queue for the case. What is the platinum service? Is my queue name. Right? Now we are going to discuss about add an assignment rule. Now we are going to discuss about add an assignment rule. Now Urja Major Solar work on a solar panel installation. Urja Major is working on a solar panel installation. Create an assignment rule so that any cases with the reason that include installation will automatically assign to the particular installation department. Right? Whatever service which comes in the name of installation, that will be routed to the service engineer. Those service engineers will do only installation. Right? We are going to create an assignment rule here. Add an assignment rule. For creating a case assignment rule, again, we have to go to service setup. Under setup home, right? Under this, we have quick find box. On the quick find box, we are going to say case assignment rule. On the quick find box, we are going to select the case assignment rule and then click on new. And then type solar panel installation and then click on save. Select the rule you just created and next to the rule entries, click on the new. Here, where we add the little details that determine the case assignment. First, you're going to enter the rule name, right? Assignment rule name, and then after that, under the criteria, under the rule entry, you're going to create a rule here. Right now, see here. So now you're going to create a case assignment rule. Again, under quick find box, you're going to type case assignment, click on this, will take you to the case here. Now, sort order, you're going to click 1. Sort order, you're going to click 1. Right? So, solar panel installation. So already we have created solar panel installation rule, right? You have to select the solar panel installation and then go to that rule. Now rule entry is going to be 1. What is the case reason is equal to installation. Case reason is equal to installation that you're going to create. After this, then you're going to save it, right? So now adding an assignment rule. Now this is a sort order one. So that the entry we add is processed first. Create one assignment rule with many different entries which are processed in chronological order. So here we are going to process, we are going to add as many rules we wanted. Now sort order rule is 1. That will be done in the chronological order. When a case matches an entry, it assigns without processing to the other entry. So when if the case is matching, the first case is matching, so it will be automatically routed to the particular service engineer. Remaining will not be. If it is not matched, it will be left, right? So when a case matches an entry, it assigns without proceeding to other entry. So without proceeding to other entries, the case will be routed, right? For each entry criteria, select case reason equal to installation, right? And right in the email template, now click the lookup and choose the template in case you won't have any email template. Then second step, you're going to specify the email template, right? So that you receive an email whenever a case within an installation reason is assigned. So whenever case installation reason has been assigned to a particular engineer, for that user, the email will be sent, right? And then what do we do? Now we are going to click on save and click edit to mark the rule as active and then click on save. When you activate the assignment rule, disables any other assignment rule in your organization. So make sure that you activate the rule includes all of the assignment entries that you support the team. Right? Now what I'll do? Now I'll go back to the demo. Right? I'll go back to the demo. Now I have to go to my I'll close all this thing. So now I have to go to the service setup. I'll click on the service setup. Now let me close this all this thing. So now again I'll show the demo. Under quick find box, I'm going to type case assignment rule. Right, see here my case assignment rule. When I click on case assignment rule, it will take you to my case assignment rule page. So now some standard, something called rule is called standard is available here. Right, now I'm going to create a new assignment rule. I'm going to enter the rule name. Right, so what is the rule name now? It is going to service setup. Right, I'm going to give the rule name called platinum service. Now click on the assignment rule. Now we have to click on the platinum service rule now, right? And you have to do the entry. Again, I click on case assignment rule and make sure that it is active or not. Right? See, I have to make it active. Now click on platinum service and then click on edit button. Right? I should make this rule active. Right? Again, I click on save. Right, now this particular rule will become active. Now this particular rule will become active. Right, again you can click on case assignment rule now. Right, you can click on case assignment rule. Earlier this rule was active, but now the current rule called platinum service is active. Now click on this. Now click on the case assignment rule and go to the rule entries and click on new button. And now you're going to enter the entries. Now the rule number 1. Now case case reason is equal to, now I have to click on the magnifier icon and I'm going to select installing and install. Right, that is the case. Then first step is that I have to select the order of the rule. Right, it goes with the chronological order, and then you have to specify the criteria. Second step, and then third step you have to select the user or queue to assign the keys. Right, in case you're going to select the user or queue. Right, that is the case. I'm going to select the queue now. Now, what is the queue available? Now, platinum service queue is available. I'll add it here. Right, in case for which you have any email template, you can select it. Right. Then following with optional select the predefined cases, right? In case there is any predefined cases, themes to add in the case, you can add it, right? And then you're going to click on save. So this is what all about case assignment rule. This is what all about case assignment rule. Now we are going to discuss about escalation rule, right? So when planning case management with the service team, certain cases need to be escalated. So in the earlier, right, it is a case assignment rule. Right, using case assignment rule, we have assigned the cases. That's all. Right, it has not been escalated. When it will be escalated, and the rule will be, you got to check for the criteria or the rule matches, then it will be escalated. Now we have to escalate it, right? So we are planning to escalate it here. Certain cases need to be escalated to the right person within 5 hours. Just like assignment rule, you can use escalation rule to specify the criteria that automatically triggers an action on a case. For a case escalation, use organization default business hours, which simply means that service team will available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We can change the business hours later from the company settings in the service center form. Right? So here you are going to use using this escalation rule, you're going to specify the criteria. So the criteria like assignment rule, the criteria will be given here. Based on that, the case will be triggered. Right? The case will be escalated on the business hour. Right? In case your business hour changes here, right? You can go to your company information and then you can company setting and then you can go and change your business hours here. Right? Now we'll see how to go with the escalation rule. Now again, under setup, service setup, under home, right, you have quick find log. Then you're going to type escalation rule, click on new. Then you activate the, what is it? Then say gold support, right? Then click on activate and save it. Now the escalation rule name is going to be active, that is gold support. Activating the rule, right? Once the old activation rule, old rules which are activated will get deactivated. Now you're going to select the rule you just created and then click on new and add the rule entry. Now what you'll say, you're going to say case status equals to new, right? So now the rule number is going to be 1. So you're going to select the gold support. Under this, you're going to enter the rule entry, right? Rule entry is going to be 1. Now case support status is equal to case status is equal to new. So the case is going to be new case, right? That is what you have to do, right? Then after you select this, right, in sort order type, so that the entry we add is process first. In the real world, if you create an one escalation rule with many different entries which are processed in chronological order, here also it's going to be processed in chronological order. When a customer issue comes in and is converted to a case, they assign based on the first entry match. Whenever the cases are coming in, it's going to match with the criteria rule. If it is getting matched, right, based on that, this particular rule will be converted, will be escalated. For the entry criteria, select cases status equal to new. Similar to the other rules, you can determine automatic case escalation based on the fields from records and other cases. Set up business hours to your organization. By default, it is going to be 24/7. Set the escalation time based on when the case are created. When the case is going to be created, and click save. Then new to add an escalation action. After saving, right, you're going to click on new to add an escalation action, right? So in age, you're going to say enter 5. So here 5 is the number of hours, right? So which case will be escalated after wait for 5 hours, right? So which case escalate when they have a status of new. Remember, we want cases closed after 5 hours. Within 5 hours, the what is the case has to be closed. Within 5 hours, it has to be escalated, and then what is the installation should be happen, and then you have to close the cases here. You cannot set up the escalation action in 30 minutes, incrementing by clicking 0 minutes and selecting the 30 minutes, right? So likewise, you cannot able to do it, right? Now this is how you're going to go for the escalation action, and you're going to enter the age here, and then you're going to give the user details. And in case you want to notify the user, you can select the user, and notification template, email template you have, you can select it and then click on save, right? So auto assign cases to you, and from notification template, then click the lookup icon to pick up any template. At a real company, you would assign cases to support manager or team. So then select yourself as the user to notify from notification template. Click the lookup icon and add a template to see how it works and save it. Now any cases that have been closed in 5 hours are assigned to the right person, right? Any cases comes in and be closed within the 5 hours, it will be escalated to a particular right person, right? This is all about escalation rule. This is all about escalation rule, right? Now what I'll do, now I'll go to setup. Under setup, under home, I have quick find log. Now I'm going to type case escalation rule, right? So now I'll type escalation rule. Click on escalation rule. Now by default, the standard rule is here, right? That is a system rule. Now I'm going to click on new. Gold, I'm going to give the name as gold partner. Or I'm going to give gold services. And make sure that you make this rule active and click on save. Now the escalation rule has been created. Now again, you double click on gold services. Now gold service escalation rule has been opened. Now click on rule entry. In the rule entry section, click on new button. Now we're going to enter the sort order is going to be 1. Now we are going to enter the criteria here. First step, we're going to select the order. So as many rules you want, you can add it here. Now I'm entering the first rule. My rule is going to be case status or is equal to, right, new. I'm going to select new. So insert. Case status is going to be new. Now when the case comes, what is an installation? What is a new installation? That case, the criteria will match. And then you have to log, ignore the business hour, use business hours specified on the case. Now we are going to set up the business hour, right? And you can go to set up business hour. Now click on magnifier icon, and you're going to select the business hours here. What is the reason? Business hour by default. Here it is a default one is there. Now as of now we have not created any business hour. I'll go with default itself, right? And in case you can use the business hour also, right? Otherwise you can go use business hour specified on the case. Now when the case is created, specify how escalation times are set when the case is created, right? Now click on save, right? Otherwise you can set the business hour to default. I mean that 24/7, right? Whichever you want, you can do it. Now you click on save. Now see here, it's showing a review and error below the character, right? What is the error here? So now set the business hour field must be blank here. So here it says that business hour should be blank here. I'll remove this, right? And then click on save. So now the escalation case escalation action has been created. Now click on action. Now new here, right? Now I have to click on action. I have to specify the age over here. Now see here, I cannot change this, right? 0 minutes, 30 minutes, I cannot change. But here, what I have to give, I'm going to give the, now I've already created a escalation rule. Now I'm going to perform the action here. I have to give the age over to 5. And then, right? So auto recent cases. Now user, case that is user, let's select the user now. Whom you're going to assign it. Now, for example, I'm going to assign it to Anirudh Rakshe. And if there is any notification template, you're going to select the template now, right? Service template. If there is any service support template or something, right? So here, notification has been selected. Notify the user also, right? In case you want to notify the other user also, like for example, the same, right? The same template I'm going to give for support case assignment notification, right? And then notify the case owner also. You want to notify it. All those, if then you can enter up to 5 email address here, and then you're going to save it. Right? Say it does not have a permission to view case. Okay. No, he does not have a permission to view the case here. Okay. Now, again, we will select the user, click on magnifier icon, and remove Anirudh. Let's say Arvinav Kumar. Select Abhinav Kumar here, and then click on save. See here, now the case has been assigned to Abhinav Kumar. Now, this is all about escalation rule. This is all about escalation rule, right? So after 5 hours, automatically, whenever the case is matched, right? After 5 hours, the rule will be escalated to this particular person called assigned to Abhinav Kumar, right? So that after 5 hours, the case will be closed here. Got it? This is all about case escalation rule. This is all about case escalation rule, right? Now we are going to discuss about auto response rule. What is auto response? Automatically responsible to as and when the case is being created. Before that, we are selecting the template and we are doing it. Now we are automatically based on the rule, automatically the response will be sent here. Okay, that is called auto response rule. In service team, want customer to receive a confirmation the case is received. So as and when the case is received, so we have to send a confirmation to the customer. Set up the response rule so that the customer or automatically send a personal email when they reach out for the help. For this, what we do, we have to go to the setup and the setup quick find box. You want the case auto response rule with the quick find box. Select the case auto response rule and click on new. Right? Type welcome to support. You're going to type the welcome support and click on active and save. Right? Once activated, then select the rule you just created and click the new to add the rule entry. The same story goes here, where you add a few details that determines which email template will be sent to the customer. Now see here again, go to the rule entry, go to select the rule entry. Case origin is equal to email. Now we're going to say case origin is going to be email. And then see order one, right? The entry would be processed by real world. You would create one response rule with many different entries, which are processed in chronological order. When a customer issues comes in as is converted to a case, and when customer issues comes, it will be converted to a case. The assign based on the first entry it matches. For entry criteria, as well as the case origin equals to email. Similarly to the escalation rule, you can determine the automatic response to send a customer based on fields from records and other cases. Add a new email address to include the form line of the email template to send to the customer. From the lookup, pick up the template to see how this works and click on save button. Right, again, see here after you enter the field here, write here case origin is equal to email. Then you're going to select the name here. Step 3, specify the name address to include the on the auto response message from line. Right. So you're going to select the customer support, right? The email address, you're going to use the email address, and you're going to specify the email template and you're going to click on save. So that what happens automatically, the email will be sent to the customer and also to the engineer. Right now, let me get into demo. Now we'll type case auto response rule. Now see here, when I type case here, under here we have something called auto response rule here. Now I'm going to click on new. Now I'm going to say silver rule. I'm going to give the name for it, silver rule, and then click on. Now I'm going to select active. So sorry, I have not made it active. Again, we'll go back to this, click on edit. You make it active and then click on save, so that the rule becomes active. Now after this down, you have to go to the rule entry. Under this section, click on new button. Again, you're going to click on you're going to select the order. You're going to 1 and then case origin is equal to, you're going to select the notification icon. Then you're going to select email. Then insert. Right. That is the second step. Third step, specify the name and address to include on the auto response route in the message from the auto line. And any name you're going to enter. Name, I'm enter. Right? And then, right, in case you have any help, you can have it here. Email address, you're going to give my email address, same. Reply to at this address. Right? And then select the template, any template, email template you require. Right, again, you're going to select the email template now. You can select some template here. Right, select the survey to set. In any survey is there, then select it and click on save button. So now, now see here. Now the entry has been made here. Now what you have to do? Again, we have to perform the action, right? So hey, we have to perform the action. So now what we'll do? So case entry, that is rule has been over, right? Auto response rule has been over. So here. Now we are into the last topic. Now web to form. One of the easiest ways Service Cloud can provide services with online form. Use web to case to create a form of case field that customer fills out and submit a support agent from a website. Web to case can help Urja Maker Solar collect up to 5,000 new cases a day. here how it works. Let me see how it works. Right. This is which case field displays on the form. Generate the HTML for the form. Send the HTML to the web developer to put the form on the website. Right. Now go to the service setup and enter the web2 case, the quick find box, and select the web2 case. Then enable the web2 case and deselect the CAPTCHA, remove the CAPTCHA, choose the default case origin like web, and select the response template to automatically notify the customer that their cases were created. Pick any template to see how this is how this works. Right. Now see here again you're going to select the web2 cases. Right. I'll take you to web2 cases here. Right. On the web2 case you're going to enable the web2 cases and case default origin you're going to say web2. And default response template, you're going to select any default template here. And then email signature, we can have an email signature, and then you're going to save it. Now click hide record information to prevent the case information from appearing in the emails sent to the customer. This is only in the unlikely event that a case fails to create. The case fails to create, so it will try to prevent the case information appearing in the email sent. Right? If you would like to use an email signature that's different than the one in response template, enter a new. Then in case you want to have a separate email signature, you can add the email signature and then click on save. Now we are ready to generate a HTML form to send your web developer. From the service subtab, enter the web2 case HTML generator, click quick find box. Then select the web2 case HTML generator, add a case piece, enter you want on the form, right? So whatever form now we have to select a web2 case HTML generator. Take you to this page and whatever piece you want, you can add it. And then you want to enter the URL, right? Remove the reselect the CAPTCHA, click on generate. So then now what happens? Now HTML code will be generated. You can copy and paste it on your desktop, and then you can run it, and then you enter the details, all the details, right? So now what happens now, right? Finally, whatever information will be stored will be entered in the web form that is stored in the case object. Now we'll get into demo. Now let me get into demo. Now we'll see web2 form, right? So what we'll do now, I'll go to the service setup and the home click find box. I'm going to type web. So you have web2 cases now. I will click on web2 cases. I'll click on web2 cases now. So now you're going to say enable web2 cases, and the CAPTCHA verification is not required. Default case origin is going to be web. Default response template, see by default is given. Hide information, record information. You want to hide it, and hide the information if the information is not valid, right? In case you don't have any signature, you can use signature and click on save. And once you save it, right? Now again, what you do? Right, now what you do? Now again, you can click on web2 case HTML generator, and then you're going to add the fields like contact name, email, phone, subject, description, and apart from that, anything else you wanted, right? Company name, status, anything you want, you can add it here. And visible self-service total, and again you're going to say trialnet.salesforce.com and remove the CAPTCHA, right? And then click on generate. Now it is going to generate the HTML. Now copy it, that selected, copy it, and then you're going to paste it on the notepad. So here, now this is the HTML format, right? I'm going to share it again. Right. This is a format here. Got it. I'm going to save it. File, save, and go to desktop. I'm going to say web cases .html, right, and then save it. After saving it, now you can see the web2 cases has been stored here in desktop. I'm going to double click on this. Now contact name, I'm going to give Akash. At email, I'm going to give Raki Iyer at rate of email. gmail.com. Phone number, phone enter, subject what is installation, right? Solar panel installation, and then click on submit. The moment you click on submit, it will take me to my what is that trailhead.salesforce.com. Got it? This is all about Web2 case form. This is all about Web2 case form, right? This is all about Web. Now I move to the cases here, right? Click on cases and scroll down, and let's see whether that case has been announced here. The case has been added here. Now, whatever form I've entered, that case has been added here to my install. That is, it has been added into my cases. Added into my cases. This is all about Web2 cases. Got it, right? Nice. I think you have understood the concept like case escalation rule, automation rule, and then case to web forms, right? All those stuff. In case we have any doubts, you can email to me at info.iwaylabs@gmail.com, right? So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel in case you want to contact 855079160 or 8142. You can contact me. Please subscribe to my channel by clicking on this subscribe button, red color button, and don't forget to click on like button and click on bell icon. It's Ratke's iWaylab TechnoHub channel for placement training. So the entire session has been recorded here and it has been uploaded into iWaylab channel, right? So admin for the entire topics for admin with respect to your certification has been added. Right? In case those guys want to do your certification, you can go through all these videos, you can learn the concept and then get ready for the certification, and then you can share the certification so that you can acquire a good certification. So it is going to be Salesforce admin certification, right? So followed which then you have to do your trial head, you have to acquire some more points, right? Even there is something called journey to Salesforce, like you can go to journey to Salesforce. Right, other department, like if you are from civil or you are from mechanical, you are from EC, you are from EEE, right? When you are going to from other background, right? Even accounts background, right? You are already working into any company, you want to switch over to Salesforce. Yes, there is something called journey to Salesforce, right? So you can go through journey to Salesforce and then you can do all your trial hits there also. Along with my videos, you can do it. So that my videos will also help you so that you can complete your journey to Salesforce, so that you can get freebies also. Once you complete all the modules, right? Finally, you will get a free voucher for developer exam, and then you can take the developer exam. Got it? And then automatically you will be connected with the employer. Employer connection is also there. You can use that employer connection and try to get a job, right? And get settled for your job. Wish you all the best. So stay tuned. Bye bye.